everyone, my name's Anthony Cummins and today I'm going to tell you about samurai horse reins. All the information I got comes from this book, which is the Book of Samurai, Samurai Arms, Armour and the Tactics of Warfare, The Secret Teachings of Nato Ryu. It is a 17th century text by a military tactician, so absolutely solid. Also, I found this information in other various places and other documents, but that's my main thingy. Now, horse reins. In the West, we have the horse rein that goes over. Yeah, we hold it. It's one single piece of leather from bit to bit, from ring to ring, and we use it. That's not the case in Japan. In Japan, they have a split ring, a split rein. So reins are called tazuna, and the samurai reins are what they use in war are called kiri tazuna, which means split rein. So basically, a piece of string from the horse to this hand, and a piece of string from the horse to this hand. And I've seen in countless documentaries, we just did it, the Age of Samurai documentary, we've seen, and documentaries I've been in myself, Samurai Headhunters is the one. We've seen countless ones where the horse is coming down and the guy slices, and the guy slices the guy on horseback and he cuts through his chest plate and he dies. Or the guy on the horse slices down and cuts through the helmet and the thingy of the guy on the floor. Absolute nonsense. This never happened. But what we do know from ancient texts is that people used to cut horses' reins. I'm going to go through this in a minute there, but basically the idea of a footed soldier is to wait for the horse to be like you getting in there to fight with the guy on the horse, and as he's struggling with the reins, you're meant to cut at the reins, to cut them open, and then go in and stab and take the horse because he's losing control. Remember, when you're controlling a horse and you're going forward, you're pulling it, you're moving it, then somebody cuts through the reins, that loss has gone, and then you can start stabbing in and start dragging them down. Now, horses in Japan are very small. You would probably call them ponies in the West, and actually samurai are no larger than 5 feet tall. Some obviously are, but the average height is 5 feet. We know this because trenches are dug to 5 shaku, which is 5 feet, and coffins are laid out at 5 feet. These are all from historical documentation, and you know, people have done bone analysis and everything. The average person is tiny in Japan. So the samurai rein developed because of this attacking skill, this cutting skill. The samurai rein actually developed differently. So this brown bit here, even though it's tape, is actually rope. I want you to pretend that's rope and it's connected there. But 3 shaku of the rein up to the ring here, up to this ring, which is on the horse's mouth, is actually chain. Now this was covered in cloth, which had either been bleached or crepe style cloth, and which had been dyed black. Black is the victory of colour. So they had black reins with chain inside and then rope here. The reason they have rope there is because it's too far out of the way of the sword swing, and it makes it lighter because chain obviously gets heavy when you're carrying it all day. So the idea being that as everybody gets used to this technique of cutting, through reins, what you find in here is that the reins are not cut. You know, you're finding this. It might, oh sugar. It might make slices in the cloth, but actually you're not doing anything with the sword. So the samurai still has control of his sword. Of course, we're talking about this is up here with the guy, and you could try and cut that, I assume, but we're assuming that they didn't cut that because it's too close in the danger zone, because what you're trying to do is get out of the way of his lance. Normally he's going to have a lance on him, and what we've got here is you're trying to cut through the reins so that the guy loses it and his lance loses, you know, what's the word? Lance loses its danger, basically. The point is all over the place, and then you can start going in. And you can do this with halberds and lance weapons as well. You can cut through there. If you're wondering what this is, guys, this is basically a samurai sword cord strap. They would use these. This is probably a little bit long for my wrist, but these are absolutely used in samurai times. You don't often see them on samurai swords that much anymore. So guys, also one other thing that is ceremonial with the samurai is this idea of going to war and coming back from war. So in the same text, let me just show you again. Guys, make sure you do get a copy of this. If you love samurai armor, you need to get that. Samurai Arms, Armour and the Tactics of Warfare. This is all from there. Basically, when you go out to war and you've got your rein, so my dogs are going to think they're going for a walk now. So your one rein is here and the other rein is here. You put it round like that when you go out to war, and you put it inside like that when you're coming back from war. So on the inside, it wraps inside coming back, and out when you go in out to war, in when you come in from war. Okay, so you would ceremoniously ride. So we're going out to war, we wrap it round, we've got the two there, and sometimes you tie them together, and you can even place them behind you. When you're coming back from war, you wrap them the opposite way, and it comes in, and you're going back from war. And their teaching is you tap the saddle bow or bow as there, and to keep your circulation going. So samurai are marching, they're keeping their circulation going in their fingers because they very rarely wear gloves. They mostly wear gloves for archery and that type of thing, and they'll do it here. This is how samurai reins are actually used, and I never ever see this in any documentary. I never see it on the internet. You just don't seem to see it anywhere. But this is part of what Nato Ryu and the samurai ways. And Isui Sensei, the guy who wrote that book, he says this is all disappearing, all these things are disappearing, and people are just gambling now and doing whatever, and everybody's focusing on swordsmanship. But these are the real teachings of samurai warfare. Okay guys, leave your comments below. Please do get a copy of the book, it really helps me, and let me know your thoughts on that. And did you know about samurai reins before, or is it something new for you?